sun goes down and the moon comes up.
Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography, where all friends, fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss musical artists. It's spooky season, Halloween time, and we're talking the Cramps. We're talking Psychedelic Jungle. I'm Jason. With me is Bill.
I'm here.
And Tim.
Boo.
Oh, you got me. We're talking the Cramps. If you like this content, give us a like, subscribe. It really helps us out. We're old, we're drunk, we don't know how to advertise shit. So help us out. Share us with your friends. We say fuck a lot. And YouTube doesn't like
Just like
that.
your friends.
Yes. And if you're watching a video on the Cramps album rankings, you probably say fuck a lot too. We're talking Psychedelic Jungle. I guess I'll start this one off. I got a little bit of notes here. Green Fuzz, not as good as an opening as TV set, but it's not bad, gets the job done. Goo Goo, I've heard this one somewhere before. I'm not sure where. Help me out in the comments down below. Where have you heard that song before? It's classic. It's good. Rockin' Bones is great. Voodoo Idol's the first original on this album, and it's just okay. It's a little slow, a little droning, but whatever. Primitive's fine. Caveman, I like. Simplicity in the lyrics, that's what sells it. The Crusher, top song contender. You turkey necks. Lux's vocals are fucking insane here. Don't Eat Stuff Off the Sidewalk, that's just classic Cramps. Has this really cool western feel to it. Can't Find My Mind, I love it. The music matches the lyrics perfectly. The Natives Are Restless, top song contender. Under the Wires, probably another low point for me. But Beautiful Gardens, again, another top song contender. Oh My, Oh Me, The Dead Walk the Angry Sea. Vampire Lesbos Are After Me. I'm Coming Unhinged, Weak in the Knees. Plus, you got a crazy-ass outro. And I liked Green Door as the closer. It kind of works as a closing track. And it's probably the catchiest song on the album. This one starts out a little slow and weak for me, but the back half more than makes up for it. Like, from the Crusher on, and then if you switched Under the Wires with Goo Goo, you'd have, like, a really good fucking Cramps EP.
Yeah, so second album of their discography. Reset my expectations as I was listening to it. And basically more or less check box from the first album to second album for a lot of things. Points, I wouldn't say whether they're necessarily high or low, but definitely points. The Crusher escalated really quickly. Um, then I would say Under the Wires, I thought was a pretty good song.
Of course. That's the one, my low point. That's your high point. That's how it goes here.
Beside that, I mean, because actually I'd say with Under the Wires, go back to watch the first video. I thought that vocals I actually was okay with. I don't know if it was still. I assume it was still Lux doing the vocals, but it was a different tone, and I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I mean, the Cramps are Lux and Ivy. Like, to me, that's the Cramps.
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, besides that, I got a lot of what the fucks written down. I got slow shit written a couple times for a couple different songs. Um, yeah, I know I'm not giving YouTube much for, figure out where we're ranking it relative to each other, but
Oh, the color code will tell all.
color code's definitely good tell all for all these. Um, yeah. Sorry, I don't have more for you guys to go off of, but
That's all right. That's what
It
you got.
I mean,
happens.
stick
Yeah.
around to the end of this discography. That's when we do our color code from Ramones Gold down to Nickelback Brown.
Yeah.
So I like this one. I think Green Fuzz is a pretty cool starting point for the album. It sounds great. It's a lot of fun. Goo Goo Muck, yeah, is a classic. Rockin' Bones, a lot of fun. Voodoo Idol, yeah, okay, that's a little bit of a step down. It's also the first original, so I'll give him that. And then, much like Jason, the album just picks up for me. I love Primitive. I love Caveman. I love The Crusher. Uh, don't Eat Stuff Off the Sidewalk it's a little bit of a dip for me. But I do love Can't Find My Mind. Jungle Hop, that's kind of classic Cramps right there. Don't know if you could get away with that today, but
There's a lot
they
of this
do
you
it
couldn't
well.
get away with.
You couldn't get away with any of this album today, I don't think.
A lot of my notes are like, I don't know if I can even talk about this. I
Well,
love these lyrics, but I can't quote them because we'll probably get canceled nowadays.
Well, that's like because to do an intro, usually I do a quoted line, and I was about to quote something from Crusher. I'm like, I shouldn't quote that.
Nope, just know it's a top song contender.
I mean,
Yeah, you probably can't get away with The Natives Are Restless either, but damn, it's a good song. Um, and then, yeah, Under the Wires, another little dip. It's there. But Beautiful Gardens is actually like pretty trippy. I really like it. And yeah, Green Door, it's just a classic Cramp song. Even though it's not a Cramp song, it's a cover, but it's, of course, named after the Behind the Green Door, which is right up their alley here. So, yeah, I like this album a lot. Bill, give you plenty to go off of.
thank you, Tim. It is much
You're welcome.
appreciated.
Anytime.
I don't even know who's guessing first before.
You put the dot on me for some godforsaken reason.
It was a carryover from the last sheet, so yeah, you're going to have to guess. Well, that's good. Tim gave you some good shit to give you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beautiful Gardens is definitely a fucking top song contender.
There's a number of them off of here for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shit on this record. But before we rank it, we got to talk about Smell a Female, which I actually got this one on vinyl.
Hey, look at that.
Live Cramps is like where it's at. I am disappointed though it doesn't have like the record doesn't have the bonus shit on it. Not my copy. It's only got the 6 tracks.
Right.
I mean, Surfing Dead's that's a top song contender. That'll be on the top song list.
Yeah, and you don't get Beautiful Gardens either.
No, which again is. But you do get Faster Pussycat, which is.
Yes, you do. You got good taste. So yeah, this one's kind of a weird release actually. So the last album they were on IRS Records, who of course was founded by Miles Copeland, the brother of the drummer of the Police. Go back and check out those albums. That was a fun as an art.
Yeah, that was a fun as an art.
Yeah, and the Cramps even like opened for the Police, on a world tour. Like they were kind of poised to do stuff, but then Miles like had an issue with them, and there was a lawsuit, and the Cramps weren't actually able to like put anything out for a couple of years.
Huh,
so they finally were able to get this out, just a quick little live recording, and yeah, I don't know. It's a shame we're not ranking this one. This one would probably be my favorite. Starting with The Most Exalted Potentate of Love, that's a top song contender. You got Good Taste, that's a top song contender. Call the Wig Hat, Faster Pussycat, I Ain't Nothing But a Gorehound, Psychotic Reaction, which is the vinyl album proper. And then, yeah, you got a couple bonus tracks on CD and whatnot, but man, man, just you hear that gong and then they just kick in, and it's great. I love this album, EP, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, me
That's a
too.
great that's a great Saturday night and or Sunday morning record to throw on and hang out.
Yeah, I listened to it last Sunday morning, actually.
It's a great Sunday morning record. Yeah.
It's a good Halloween record, too.
Yes, it is. It's just a great record. Did you check this one out, Bill?
Yep.
Okay. And?
I wouldn't skip Surfing Dead.
Okay.
Was Surfing Dead on the Spotify version?
I was able to hear it. Yeah, I was on Spotify.
Oh, you go to YouTube, don't you? You use YouTube.
Usually I go to YouTube, yeah.
It's probably there, too. It's just not on the vinyl.
It's from it's on a classic fucking 80s horror movie, too.
That's true.
That's a good song. It's not Wednesday, but
I'm trying to think, do I have that soundtrack on vinyl?
I've seen it. It's been repressed here recently. Like in the last year, I've seen it.
It was repressed, and I was looking at it, and
Yeah.
I might have to go back and get that one. Yeah, that's a classic.
I was thinking about it too. But yeah, I guess we missed the mark on the Cramps like little surge in popularity there with Wednesday, but Wednesday, Tim Burton, Beetlejuice, hit us up, algorithm, fuck. Help us out, YouTube.
Right? And thank you, Taylor Swift, for everything you do.
We love you, Tay-Tay. Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, cheating. What else is big in the news now? Linkin Park
Jane's
reunion.
Addiction. Jane's Addiction.
Yeah, right.
Punch your bandmate in the face.
Perry Farrell being a dick. All right, we covered our bases.
Queens cancel. Aerosmith cancel.
Offspring,
Is
new
Kevin
album.
Hart canceled?
Puff Daddy. I got to insert the cricket sound there.
Right. As long as it sounds lubed, it'll be fine.
Oof. I know my wife told me today, she's like, because I was scratching my leg and had a red spot where I was scratched. She's like, you need lotion. I was like, I ain't no Puff Daddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy here. All right, Bill.
Right. Now I get to guess this thing. I'm gonna guess both of you are gonna have this one number one.
That is
Because
correct
Jason-
for me.
Say, Jason, you commented that the second half more than made up for the first half.
I'm going number two because I think the first album is more solid all the way through, whereas the back half is better than the first album, the second half or the first half isn't. So it's really just a toss up. And for the sake of being different, I'll go opposite of Tim. Even though we're
Well, and how I
unscripted.
was first introduced to it was on a split CD with Gravest Hits, and it was the second half. And so it was like this weird thing, and then you finally get to the end, and it's like, oh, but these songs are awesome.
Yeah, I think their greatest hits or their compilations are like more popular than the studio records, but yeah, I think a lot of those greatest hits were cash grabs and whatnot from industry labels and blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's so Sting could go buy a new luxury yacht.
Sting, huh?
Well,
Save
you know,
the rainforest.
the
Seriously,
police.
go
the
back.
police were making money off the Cramps.
Well,
Well, over all the reasons that Jason said, I'm also gonna put this one at number two.
Okay. Well, I'm putting it above number one because yes, ultimately it is the Cramps. You're not going to get too much variation here, and I do think that the stronger songs are stronger on Psychedelic Jungle.
and I could easily see that. Like I could switch mine as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pull a mulligan later. Let's see how. I don't want to be associated with Bill's rankings. The color code will tell all. Here's the color code.
Right, I'm pretty sure you guys will be on opposite ends of the spectrum on that, but
I think so. All right. Up next, A Date with Elvis.
don't be late.
Don't be late. Oh, I have a personal vendetta against Elvis. Childhood trauma. So we'll get into that if we ever cover Elvis.
That'd be a big one.
Stick around, help us out, give us a like, give us a subscribe, yada yada yada. You know what to do. Leave us a comment down below. What's your favorite Cramps record? What else do you
that
choose?
comment.
Patreon. We have a Patreon. If you want us to cover a band, sign up for the Patreon. We'll cover it. You can even join us as a guest. As always, be safe, happy Halloween, and make good decisions.